So they finally admit what they're doing. Let's talk about it. So this is something that I feel like everyone knows about this, everyone's heard about this, but it's not taken serious enough. And it's not even taken serious enough by our own government agencies like the EPA. They are just now taking this serious. So stay tuned for this video. Make sure you stay till the end because I'm going to hit a lot of different things and a lot of different ways we are being hit right now, okay? And yeah, there's all the economic things, but we're under a chemical attack as well. And now they're admitting it and they're just saying, whoops, everything's literally contaminated. So make sure you stay tuned because I'm going to really break down all these different things that are huge risk factors to you and humanity. And it's like, what you'll see a pattern with all these things too. They all decrease fertility. They all lower testosterone. They all decrease fertility in men and women. They make sperm not work right. Okay? So we need to think about it from that perspective. And also guys, I also made a second channel, Patrick Humphrey 2. I'm going to link it down below. Go watch that video. I'm posting every day on there too. Go watch the video on there too after this video. So let's hit this headline because I'm being shadow banned. So I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep posting even more. We're going to double down. That's what you do. So go watch that video after this video. Since I'm shadow banned on this channel, we're going to get that channel up too. So this is the headline out of USA Today. EPA finds no safe level of 2 toxic forever chemicals found in many U.S. water systems. Studies have linked these forever chemicals to different types of cancer, low birth weights, and other health ailments. This will set off alarm bells, one expert said. So the chemicals that they're talking about is PFOs and PFOAs, and we'll dive into this article a little bit and see exactly what it's saying because this is going to affect everyone. This is almost every drinking water system in the country. It says the EPA stunned scientists and local officials across the country on Wednesday by releasing a new health advisory for toxic forever chemicals, known to be in thousands of U.S. drinking water systems, impacting potentially millions of people. The new advisory cuts the safe levels of chemical PFOA by more than 17,000 times. 17,000 times. It's not like it's like, oh, it's a little too much. It's like double the amount. Should be 17,000 times too much of this chemical. And we'll get into what this chemical does because it's literally catastrophic for humanity and for fertility and for your health in general. It says by more than 17,000 times what the agency had previously said was protective of public health, to now just 4 parts per quadrillion. The safe level of a sister chemical, PFOS, was reduced by a factor of 3,500. Ridiculous. The chemicals are part of a class of chemicals called per and polyfluoroalkyl substances, also known as forever chemicals due to their extreme resistance to disintegration. They have been linked to different types of cancer, low birth weight, thyroid disease, and other health ailments. So they're just like, oh, there's 17,000 times too much of this chemical in the drinking water now. Sorry about that, guys. And this was also reported by the Washington Post too. It says EPA warns of toxic forever chemicals more dangerous than once thought. And this is just one chemical. Stay tuned. We're going to hit a bunch of different ones and just really pinpoint. There's a theme in all this too. There's a theme, guys. It's all infertility and lower testosterone, more feminized men. So here's a study. This study was done on PFOAs and PFOSs. And it says 2 commonly found PFAS compounds can potentially cause male infertility, according to a recent study. A study published last month in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that PFOAs and PFOSs, 2 of the most commonly found PFOAS compounds, can lower sperm count and cause smaller size. Okay, so that's a medical term. This is from a medical journal. I'm not like saying anything funny or saying anything perverted, so don't flag me, YouTube. But this is what it says: lower sperm count, smaller size. Okay, why is it always targeting male fertility? And this isn't to mention, guys, you've all heard Alex Jones and the gay frogs. You've heard that, right? You've heard that joke. Oh, he believes frogs are turning gay. It's literally completely true, guys. It's called a chemical called atrazine. So what does atrazine do exactly? And that's not to mention BPA, which is in every water bottle, soda can, all this other stuff. We'll get to that in just a second. But this is out of UC Berkeley, berkeley.edu. They did studies on this. Pesticide atrazine can turn male frogs into females, okay? One of the world's most widely used pesticides wreaks havoc with the sex lives of adult male frogs, emasculating 3/4 of them and turning 1 in 10 literally into females. They literally grow ovaries. They literally grow ovaries, according to a new study by the University of California, Berkeley biologists. The 75% that were chemically castrated are essentially dead because of their inability to reproduce in the wild, reports. These male frogs are missing testosterone and all the things that testosterone controls, including sperm. So their fertility is as low as 10% in some cases, and that's only if we isolate those animals and pair them with females. In an environment where they're competing with unexposed animals, they have 0% chance of reproducing. So this sounds familiar. This kind of sounds like a depopulation agenda. This sounds a little familiar, guys. I'm not gonna get into it, but just, you know what I'm saying, okay? This sounds a little bit familiar, okay? Feminizing men, emasculating men, chemical castration of frogs, okay? Sounds a little bit familiar of what's being pushed in our society currently. And they literally have a 0% chance of reproducing. We know that these people are depopulationist and they don't want more humans on the earth. They think that we're feeders, we're eaters, and we're just using up all their resources that should be left for the elite. So, sounds kind of familiar, right? Just imagine yourself as a frog. And let's dive into BPA as well, which is it's in every water bottle, it's in every soda can, it's in every soup can, it's in every juice box that you give to your kid. I'm guilty of this too. I've given my kid BPA juice boxes. And all these other chemicals that they're using to replace it, BPA free. Some of them are even worse, okay? They're even worse. So let's dive into what this BPA is doing exactly too. And really quick, atrazine is a pesticide, okay? It's a pesticide that's sprayed on your food as well. And there's many studies linking pesticide exposure to lower fertility, lower sperm count, lower fertility in men and women. So I know not everyone's trying to have a baby or whatever right now, but if you are having issues, this could be a big reason why. And the EPA even expanded the use of a chemical tied to brain damage just a couple years ago. And I was personally affected by this. It's a chemical for citrus greening, and they heavily spray it on the oranges. And I was living right in the middle of an orange grove in Florida and getting sprayed all day long, guys. And there's been times where I've walked out there and gotten sprayed right in the face almost because a draft just hits you. Sometimes you just don't see it. You don't even hear it or anything. You don't know. And I felt terrible for days. Terrible headache. Felt like crap. Weak. Tired for days, okay? It probably disrupted my hormonal system. I was probably technically poisoned, okay? So these are real things. Literally the food you're eating could also be poisoned as well. I used to do organic farming. So I didn't like to use any pesticides. The only pesticides I really used was neem oil, and I sold to farmers markets. But I get that we need some of these pesticides, okay? I get that we need some GMOs. I get that we need some of these things, okay? My uncle is literally a massive corn farmer in Iowa, thousands of acres of corn in Iowa. So I know the importance of both sides, but we are not being told the full truth on these pesticides and on these chemicals. And I don't think the farmers are either. I don't even think they really know what's going on. They're just saying, hey, the EPA approved it and it helps my plants, so I'm spraying it, you know. So let's dive into, I just wanted to give my little personal backstory on this too, because I've been personally affected by this. I personally had to move. I have young children. I couldn't risk my children being in an area with a chemical being sprayed tied to brain damage, and it's especially in young children and infants, it's tied to brain damage in them. So I had to get out of there. I was anxious about it constantly, and they sprayed constantly. So I'm not hating on farmers. I love farmers. I get that you're doing what you need to do, but some of these chemicals should not be approved for the public. So let's hit BPA really quick. Here's an article. BPA in soda can liners can make blood pressure spike. Okay, that's just the BPA. That's just in a soda can. And it also says BPA. This is from the NIH.gov, guys. None of this is made up. None of this is a conspiracy. I don't talk about anything that's really a conspiracy because it's all just real. It's all just in your face. Yeah, you have to think a little bit in the future of how this could affect us, but none of it's a conspiracy. NIH.gov website. BPA can mimic estrogen to interact with estrogen receptors A and B, leading to changes in cell proliferation, apoptosis, or migration, and thereby contributing to cancer development and progression. Okay, it's on NIH.gov. They're admitting that it can contribute to cancer. Okay, but it's still, this chemical is just allowed. It's still just openly allowed. Sorry about that. My camera died. I don't remember what I was saying. But you know how it is when you get rambling. But go watch that other video I post on my other channel, Patrick Humphrey 2. I'm linking down in the description, in the pinned comment too. I'm going to link. Also, sign up for your email on my website. I'm going to link that down there too. You just click on my website, and there's a little thing. You just give me your email. Just in case I get shadow banned, guys. This stuff's real. YouTube doesn't want this information out. They want you to live in a fairy tale, but we like reality. Real life's more fun, more interesting than any movie, any made-up show, anything like that. Reality is way more interesting, way more fun, and it's real. So hit that thumbs up, hit the like, hit the comments, go watch the other channel. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys have blessings in your life. Thank you for watching these videos. Thank you for searching for me. Whatever you're doing to see this, I feel like I'm shadow banned right now, but you guys are still getting out there, watching the videos and searching for me. Thank you guys so much. Stay healthy, support local farmers, support organic farmers, support all farmers, but definitely your farmers at the farmers market and everything. They're really struggling right now, guys. They're just living off little tiny plots of land and trying to get you food. They don't get government subsidies. They don't get anything. And I respect all farmers. Shout out big farmers too. But you don't really see them. You can't really meet them face to face. Those are the people you can meet face to face and make a difference in their life and in their business. So support local farmers, support farmers markets, all that good stuff, guys. It'll really help these people. Even just a couple extra $100 a week from you going there will make a huge difference in their life. Trust me, guys. They're working on razor thin margins, and especially with fertilizer prices and grain prices, everything else going up, gas prices, they have to drive this stuff to you. Some of them are driving 3 hours just to get to your farmer's market because they live way out in the country and there's nowhere else to sell it. So shout out all the farmers. You guys keep pushing. Never stop growing. You need to grow your own food too. Look into it. Never stop, guys. Never stop prepping. And you guys have a blessed day. Thank you.